Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope you stick around. So in this video, I'm coming to an end to my spring cleaning, and this week I'm focusing on my basement major clean out and organization. So this will be part one, and part two I will post in about 2 weeks. So I start off with cleaning this dresser, and I just dust the inside and the outside of it. Usually I dust the outside of it once a week, but this time I was dusting the inside of it as well, and just kind of go through stuff, declutter what needs to go. And there wasn't much there because I don't keep too many things in there, but it's good to give it a good dusting. I also clean out the windows at this time from the outside because I haven't had a chance. When I shot this video, it's still fairly cold outside, so I couldn't go on the outside and clean it. I will be doing that in probably in about a week or two as well, cleaning them from the outside. So once I have dusted all the windows, I move on to cleaning the shelves. This is where I keep most of my craft supplies and my office supplies, my planning supplies, my scrapbooking supplies, and everything has its own spot, so there's not too much stuff that's decluttering, but like I said, it's good to put things in its place and just go through everything and dust everything. Once I was done dusting everything in this area, I went to the back behind there and took out all my bins. I wanted to reorganize all of my traveling supplies, and it was kind of getting to be too many of them. So I purged a few things and I reorganized. This took me a couple different tries to see what works, what doesn't. I had gotten these clear bins at Costco, and I will go through it, probably what's in these bins in a different video, just because this video was too long as it is, and I didn't want it to add more time to it. So, but it is important to go through. Like, I keep all the extra toiletries and things like that. Um, the travel size toiletries, so it's good to kind of go through them and see if anything has expired and throw it out, get rid of it. Especially sunscreen is the one that tends to expire, and things get dried out for not using them. So yeah, so this takes me a little while. Like I said, it takes me a few different tries to see what works. Once I was done organizing the bins, I went back and I gave it a good, the shelves a good clean out. I vacuumed the shelf, as you will see. I labeled all the bins, and then I put them back up. Once my top shelf was complete, I moved on to the two middle ones. So the middle one and the bottom one, and here is where we keep all of our camping supplies. Now the camping supplies, I went through and washed everything and organized everything before I put it away at the end of last summer. So there wasn't much to do, but my kids do have sleepovers and things like that, and use the sleeping bags and the mattresses. So I like to put those back because they never do. And those sleeping bags, I tell you, they're at its last legs, and they need to be tossed. But I don't want to toss them before like I said, before I buy new ones. So folding them was a bit of a challenge, but I like to keep everything together. Once all the shelves were completely cleaned, I went and I cleaned up the top of the freezer and my fridge, and I also cleaned the inside of that fridge. Next thing, I vacuumed the little crevices that were holding dust that the broom couldn't get into, and then I gave it a good sweep. And then I followed with what? It's a concrete floor, so I just washed it with some water and vinegar afterwards. Just it's not like it was really dirty, but the washing it helps pick up all the rest of the dust that the broom didn't. So the next thing, I moved on to an area where I keep all my seasonal stuff. This is also right in front of my fruit cellar, and it seems to be an area where everybody, when they need things brought down, like my kids or my husband, they just bring it down here and leave it on the floor because they don't want to have to deal with putting it away where it goes, because sometimes they say they don't know where it goes, and I get angry if they don't put it in the right spot, which is not true. But so as you can see, here is the finished product. So just to kind of give you an overview, I store all of our camping gear on these two shelves. We need new sleeping bags. I don't like the ones that are left, and zippers are broken, but I don't want to replace them. I don't want to throw them out until we actually come in and buy the sleeping bags. And then up here I have extra, it says extra sleeping bags, but it's actually this thing fell off, so it's extra reusable shopping bags. I've got skates and helmets in there, and then travel supplies, so like packing cubes, extra toiletries, anything that I would need for packing. I can do a little video of all my travel essentials and what I use for traveling. Then over here are backpacks. This has bags, travel bags and backpacks, but it actually contains mostly bags because I switched the backpacks to here. Then there's life jackets, coolers, travel pillows, and snorkel gear. And then our suitcases are over here. I put all of our carry-ons inside the backpacks. Then up here I have extra baking supplies, extra salt and pickling salt, and then sugar and sweeteners because we don't use those things on a regular basis. I keep them up here, down here. And then over here I just have literally odds and ends from the like extra gravy, and I have s'more supplies, extra coffee for the coffee maker because I don't use my Keurig on regular basis, but I keep the hot chocolate up here and things like that, down here and things like that. And then I have my stand-up freezer and my fridge and freezer. This is where I keep all of the daycare food that needs to be frozen, and then that's an overflow from the upstairs fridge. Then I keep my outdoor cooler here for the winter, and then we just have my central vac, and some of my cleaning supplies here. So then in this area I have my small appliance shelf that I did a separate organization video on there. I also have my other freezer that contains all my meat, and the stand-up freezer over there contains all of my freezer meals. So here it is. I hang my wreaths here, and this is my like seasonal shelf stuff so that I keep, and that's about it for over here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I will be posting the second part of my basement organization in about a week or two, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to press that subscribe button and click on the bell so you don't miss any videos that come out.